Google just flipped the script on personal AI. With Gemini's new Gem Manager, anyone can now create their own AI assistant in minutes, no coding, no complex setup, just pure plug and play. What once required technical skills is now accessible to everyday users. And for free. But before we dive in, did you know that only 40% of you listening are following across our socials? Come on guys, if you like the show, hit that follow button and collect our episodes on pods.media. Your support is what keeps the show going. Thanks, mates. Okay, so with that context set, let's dive into the core of today's deep dive. We're really going to unpack this monumental shift. We'll explore how personal AI is becoming, well, universally accessible, what it truly means for you, and the profound implications for the future of how we interact with tech. This isn't just some minor update from Google. It really feels like a fundamental redefinition.
Exactly. Yeah, what we're witnessing here isn't merely an incremental feature rollout, not at all. This is Google fundamentally rewriting the rules of personal AI, moving it from a realm that, often required specialist knowledge or significant resources, something genuinely personal and actionable for everyone. It's a foundational shift, putting powerful customization into the hands of billions, and it's happening right now.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. Google has just launched Gems inside Gemini. Essentially, these are personal AI assistants that you, the user, build yourself, all through this incredibly intuitive tool they're calling Gem Manager. And what's genuinely remarkable is the speed and ease. Like, you can set one up in under 5 minutes, completely functional, and you need zero technical background. Seriously, no coding required. None. Now, they've provided some immediate templates, like a brainstormer for creative ideas, a career guide to help navigate your professional journey, or even a coding partner if you're dipping your toes into programming, which is handy. But here's where the real potential lies, the real magic, maybe. It's the ability to craft your own custom gem from scratch, tailoring it precisely to your needs. And this isn't some beta test you need to sign up for. It's live. It's free. And it's designed to bring these AI assistants out of the research labs and, right into your daily routine.
Right. And what's fascinating here is the strategic why behind this complete reversal of how AI has been accessible up to now. Because until this point, if you wanted to build a custom AI agent, you typically faced, pretty significant hurdles. Either you needed strong coding skills or you had to pay for access to various APIs. Those are basically tools that let different software programs talk to each other. Or you were relying on third-party platforms that still had their own complexities. Google has just boom, collapse that barrier. And they've achieved this by focusing on 3 critical aspects. First, it's truly accessible to anyone, requires no more technical savvy than setting up, say, a social media profile. It's that simple. Second, it's incredibly customizable. You choose what it does, how it behaves, and crucially, what specific knowledge it possesses. You're in control. And third, it's deeply integrated. It works seamlessly inside Gemini across both web and mobile, meaning your custom assistant is always right there at your fingertips. This move is a direct, really assertive push against what we've seen from OpenAI's GPTs, Anthropic's Claude projects, and even Perplexity's agents. Google is leveraging its massive ecosystem muscle here to make this broadly available in a way that's frankly difficult for others to match immediately.
That accessibility point is immense, but you call this a complete reversal. Isn't Google just kind of catching up to what OpenAI is already doing with GPTs? What's fundamentally different here that makes it such a flip for the broader market, beyond just branding it Gems?
That's a really good question, a very astute one. And while OpenAI's GPTs certainly paved the way for custom AIs, no doubt about that, Google's approach is different, particularly with the free aspect and the deeply integrated aspect across the entire Gemini ecosystem that targets a much wider mainstream audience right from day one. OpenAI's GPTs, they still felt a bit more for the early adopters maybe, or those already kind of steeped in AI. Google is making this as intuitive as any consumer app. They're leveraging their existing user base of billions. This isn't just a feature for tech enthusiasts, it's really a tool for everyone with a Google account. It essentially turns every Gemini user into a potential AI developer without them even needing to know it.
Okay, that makes sense. The scale is different. So we've talked about what this is and why it's such a game changer. But the million-dollar question for a lot of listeners will be, how do I actually do it? Is it really that simple? And the answer, surprisingly, seems to be yes. Remarkably simple. You open up Gemini, just go to gemini.google.com. Then you navigate over to Gem Manager and you hit New Gem. Or, explore the ready-made ones first if you prefer. Once you're creating a new one, the first step is giving it a name. Then you give it a brain. This is where you set its instructions, what you want it to do, how you want it to behave. There's even this magic pencil tool to help you refine those instructions and get the behavior just right. Then, and this is where it truly gets powerful, you get to feed it knowledge. This means you can upload up to 10 PDFs or images for your gem to reference. Think about that. Imagine training an AI on your own notes, your project reports, or specific industry documents that maybe only you have access to. And the beauty is, you can update this knowledge base anytime, so your personal AI gets smarter, even more tailored to your evolving needs. That's it. In those few steps, your personal AI is live and ready to assist. It really does seem that intuitive.
It really is. And what's genuinely fascinating here, stepping back a bit, is that this is much more than just another AI feature drop. It's fundamentally about ownership and accessibility in the AI space. It's a profound step towards the democratization of AI. Think about it. No development skills needed. That barrier is just gone. Need hyper-personalization, done in minutes, not days or weeks like it might have been before. And if you simply want to experiment just to see what's possible, it's completely free.
Yeah, the source material we looked at draws a really apt analogy here. It says this democratizes AI creation the same way WordPress democratized website building for millions who couldn't code, or how Canva democratized design for people without graphic design experience. It's that level of shift. It means creating AI assistant could soon be as simple, as common as managing your online profiles or setting up an email account. And this brings up a critical point. What are the implications when AI creation becomes this accessible? It shifts from something only big tech provides to something individuals can tailor for themselves.
Right. Here's where it gets really interesting. If building your own AI is now as simple as filling out a form and uploading a few documents, what kind of assistant could you create? Seriously, just take a moment and imagine, because these gems aren't just for, curiosity. They have incredibly diverse and practical use cases. These could genuinely transform how you tackle your day-to-day stuff. I was just thinking the other day, I wish I had an AI that could sort through my, ever-growing pile of research papers and tell me which ones are actually worth reading first. It sounds like with gems, that might not be just a pipe dream anymore. For personal productivity, for example, beyond just a planner. Imagine a gem that doesn't just manage your tasks, but proactively learns your procrastination habits maybe, and nudges you with micro goals when it detects you're stalling, like a truly bespoke accountability partner forged from your own digital footprint. Think about your own daily routines. Where do you struggle to stay organized or recall details? This could be your solution. For work assistants, the possibilities are just immense. Picture an onboarding tool for new team members, preloaded with all your company's internal docs, reducing hours of repetitive explanation. That alone is huge. Or a research assistant specifically trained on your industry reports, ready to summarize key findings, maybe even highlighting emerging trends you might miss. It could even act as a basic project manager, tracking deadlines and nudging you on progress for specific tasks. It's about streamlining a professional's entire day. And for education, wow, this is a profound advantage for students or lifelong learners. Imagine a study buddy that you've trained on your specific lecture PDFs and notes, ready to quiz you, explain complex concepts in your preferred style, or even help you outline essays tailored to your professor's requirements. The potential for hyper-personalized learning there is just transformative.
Absolutely. And if we expand beyond just personal and professional use, we start to see the more outward-facing applications, the sheer scale of impact. Think about communities and brands. A nonprofit, say, could create a custom AI agent trained on all their outreach materials to engage with followers on social media, answering common questions, providing resources, all without constant manual oversight. Or a small business could deploy a personalized chat assistant for their website. That's their customer support, essentially. Scaled to answer common queries instantly, offering a tailored, always-on experience to every single visitor. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, these diverse use cases really demonstrate how AI is moving from being an abstract concept, or some theoretical tool, to becoming deeply practical, integrated into our everyday lives and workflows. It's about empowering individuals and small entities to leverage AI in ways that were previously only accessible to large corporations with dedicated dev teams. The shift is from AI being something you use to something you create to fit your exact needs. It's almost like everyone gets to have their own personal research assistant, right?
Mm-hmm.
But one that never sleeps and never complains. That's a profound shift, isn't it?
Indeed, it really is. This all sounds like a utopian vision of personalized AI almost. But as we often say on the deep dive, the flip side of such powerful innovation almost always involves critical considerations, some downsides. So what are the shadows lurking behind this bright new frontier? That accessibility point is immense, yeah. But on the flip side, isn't there a risk here of Google creating an even more potent walled garden, potentially making it harder for users to migrate their custom AIs or data if they ever choose to leave the Google ecosystem?
That's a very, very astute point. And that leads us directly to the concept of ecosystem lock-in, which is definitely a key challenge we absolutely need to address as AI becomes this deeply integrated into our lives. These gems, they live inside Google's ecosystem. And while that's incredibly convenient right now, the portability of these custom AIs is, well, Unclear. What if you want to switch platforms later? You might find your unique AI brain, the one you carefully curated, is tied to Google. That's a big consideration. Then there's privacy and data. Naturally, if you're uploading personal files, those PDFs, those images to Google to feed your gem, that means you're trusting how they're stored and used. That's a critical point for any listener considering this. Data security becomes paramount. Furthermore, we face the risk of over-reliance. If everyone starts spinning up personal assistants for every little task, the quality control and accuracy of the information these AIs provide matter more than ever. We have to think about that. This compels us to consider, how much should we rely on an AI we've built ourselves, potentially with our own biases or incomplete data, without critical human oversight? And finally, there's the inevitable competition. We should expect full-blown feature wars. OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, other major players. This isn't just about innovation for innovation's sake. It's a battle for market dominance and user adoption, which will likely push each company to innovate even faster, which could be good, but also maybe rushed.
Okay, so given these significant challenges, again, privacy, reliance, competition, the next logical question for us to unpack is, what does this all mean for the unfolding future landscape of AI? What's next for GEMS and personal AI in general? Where is this heading?
Well, looking at what's next, it seems pretty clear we're heading towards a mainstream shift, a big one. AI assistants like these gems will soon be as normal, as ubiquitous, as productivity apps like spreadsheets or word processors are today. Everyone will likely have their own suite of specialized AIs for different aspects of their lives. We're also firmly in an ecosystem race, as you mentioned. OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, they will battle fiercely for user adoption, each trying to offer the most compelling and integrated experience for creating and using these personal AIs. It's a race for your data, essentially. Furthermore, this move has profound implications for emerging markets. This is really important. By removing the coding barrier and offering this for free, Google is opening AI access to billions of people globally, people who have never coded a line in their lives. This could unlock incredible innovation and economic potential, fostering entirely new applications and businesses we haven't even thought of yet. And finally, expect deeper personalization, much deeper. The source material suggests that future gems will likely connect with your Gmail, your Google Docs, your talent, even more of your digital life. So this isn't just about feeding it a few PDFs. It's about a truly integrated, hyper-personal AI experience, one that understands you across all your digital touchpoints, learning from your interactions and preferences in real time. Scary, but powerful. Look, this is truly a transformative moment. We're not exaggerating here. Google has genuinely put AI assistant building capability in the hands of everyone, not just coders, not just large enterprises with big budgets, everyone. And the implications are just enormous. People will start crafting AI assistants that truly fit their unique lives and workflows, like bespoke tools. Communities will experiment with entirely new ways of collective knowledge sharing, using AI to organize and disseminate information effortlessly. And businesses, especially small ones, oh man, they'll be able to prototype AI-powered tools and services without needing dedicated development teams. That accelerates innovation for everyone, potentially.
Yeah, the big win here, as we've explored throughout this, is that AI is no longer abstract or out of reach for most people. It's becoming personal, practical, and truly mainstream. It's coming into your world. So for you, our listener, here's a final provocative thought to chew on. If you could design a hyper-personal AI assistant that could connect with every aspect of your digital life, your emails, your calendars, your notes, your browsing history, maybe even your social media, what kind of assistant would that be? And what new possibilities? And perhaps what new questions about your digital autonomy and privacy would that unlock for you? Something to think about.